Welcome back.
Yeah.
307 Reacts.
Yes.
I'm Chris, that's Matt, and we do pause during our reactions. However, the chubby electron guy here, okay, he usually grabs your attention pretty good. So they'll probably be minimal, but like
there might still be some. I just want to point out really quick also that we are completing the red, white, and blue facet with our chairs.
Yes. He
has the Emerge chair, the old Staples special.
Yes.
He's got the red. I've got the blue. Chris has the white. We're all in this together. We're on the same team. He knows. He gets it. Yeah.
Team America.
Yeah, so we're watching America's Secret Underground Cheese Bunkers. I don't know anything about this, but I've heard Chris reference it a few times, and I think you've actually told me about it. Yeah. But I'm excited to hear it from Nick's perspective.
He referenced it in the last reaction.
Change those lights really quick. Yeah. Let's get some little color variation going. No, same color.
No, same.
There we go. That'll work. That'll work. All right.
Wow, that was a 1 in a billion chance.
How?
I don't know. But he referenced it in one of the last 2 videos we watched of his. I don't remember. I don't think it was the Costco one. I think it was the one before that.
The one before that. I can't remember which one that was, but...
But anyway, he referenced it.
Cash for Clunkers.
Yeah.
He meant, yep.
Yeah, he's like, the government just fucks up everything they touch. Yeah, I was like, yeah, we watched that one, right? And Matt's like, I don't think so.
We looked back and it wasn't on there. So I was like, let's give it a go. This one's only 10 minutes long, and so it should go by pretty quick. However, sometimes Nick will say something that me and Chris are like, hold up. We got to talk about this because what just happened?
Yeah.
If you don't know, what just happened has been this whole week. Yeah. Go back to Tuesday. Yeah. Watch that episode. Samantha Allen and Ben Henrik.
Or Pink Henrik.
Or Pink Henrik.
Stage name.
Watch that. You have to watch that video. It's back there. That's why I'm pointing back there. Good. It's back there in Tuesday. Tuesday. Go watch that. And then
following day,
watch Wednesday. Because Wednesday... I'm gonna say one word, and you're gonna have to figure out the rest from there. It's goth grass.
Goth grass.
So go watch Wednesday if you want to know what goth grass is. It's been a wild week, so who knows what's gonna happen? But I'm excited to get into this. I love the fat electrician stuff. So with that, should we?
Let's get it.
Okay, like, comment, subscribe, hit that button. It's free for you. It could change the world for us. That's all we're asking for. Let's get it.
This has almost nothing to do with the U.S. military, but it's so ridiculous I can't not talk about it.
Okay.
Today we're talking about America's strategic cheese reserve. Yeah, if you didn't know, the United States currently has over 500 underground cave warehouses spanning across 35 different states, the largest of which is underneath Springfield, Missouri, where America, as of August 2022, currently hoards 1.5 billion pounds of cheese. And just for the record, I realize I'm uploading this video very close to April Fool's Day. This is not an April Fool's joke. I am 100% serious. El Dorado is real, and Uncle Sam made it out of cheese.
El Dorado, the city of gold.
And I know what you're thinking. Right now, you're like, wow, that's a cool little factoid. I can't wait to share that with my buddy at the bar one day. But no, this is going to infect your thoughts for the rest of your life. You're never going to see the world through the same lens ever again.
Which, that is true. Because I sent this video to Jose. Jose watched it. And he's like, bro, I can't ever order a Domino's pizza without thinking of this video.
No.
And you'll figure out why.
What have you done, Chris? I told you about the capacity this week.
It affects everything.
I'm out of room.
Yes.
I'm out of brain room up here, man. This week has been wild.
Like I said at the beginning of this, if we haven't cut it out, we'll see. I'm editing this. We'll see how it goes. I've seen this video multiple times. Matt has not.
I have not seen this one, so yeah.
Yeah.
That's the moral of our reactions is typically both of us have not seen it, but regardless of anything we watch, at least one of us has never seen what's on the screen
Or
before.
both of us have seen it, and it's just so damn good.
We're just going to watch it again.
But we'll tell you at the top, usually.
Yeah, for sure. And you know that I've never seen it because half the time I don't even know what the title of the damn video is until we're in the beginning of the video. So I'm reading it as we go, like America's Secret Underground Cheese. What the hell are we getting into, dude?
Yeah. All right, so he is absolutely right. My coworker Jose, it affects his life every day. So
Domino's Pizza, great. Here we go. Here we go.
Thoughts for the rest of your life. You're never going to see the world through the same lens ever again. I mean, for example, let's just say you're at home watching The Walking Dead. You're going to come to the realization there'd be way more fucking cheese in the apocalypse than that, okay? You're never going to be able to watch Mad Max again without thinking about cheese. You have to come to the terrifying realization that you live in a world where there is a greater than 0% chance that one of these underground cheese caves gets mistaken for a government facility and gets nuked in World War III, and we're going to have to deal with a radioactive tsunami wave of nacho cheese. And this is is real life. So I asked myself one question. How on earth did America get to this point? Because I know it didn't happen overnight. And what I found was the craziest real-world example of a butterfly effect that I have ever seen. And believe it or not, it all actually ties back in with last week's video of the ice cream ships of World War II. If you missed that, the super abbreviated version, basically the U.S. government banned alcohol during Prohibition in the 1920s. Because of that, all the bars in America turned themselves into ice cream parlors to stay in business. Ice cream stepped up to fill the social void left by alcohol. If so facto, there was like 2 generations of Americans that treated ice cream like it was alcohol, socially speaking. As I'm sure you can imagine, this would drive up dairy consumption. Combine that with the fact that the 30s and 40s is when refrigeration would become readily accessible, meant that for the first time in human history, there was such a demand for dairy products that farmers could exclusively become dairy farmers, meaning that this would be the birth of the entire dairy industry. And honestly, it worked out great. Right up until it didn't in 1949. 1949, 4 years after World War II, the American military is downsized, there's not an entire horde of young men eating 10,000 calories a day, and America's not exporting anywhere near as much food to other countries for war relief, meant that there was a decrease in dairy consumption, or a dip in the dairy market. As this became a bigger and bigger problem, the government had to step in because they weren't about to let the entire dairy industry implode, because, I mean, let's face it, that would be utter catastrophe. So the USDA stepped in and said, hey, you know what, we're gonna buy all the excess milk. Okay, pause. Thought experiment. You're a dairy farmer. You make all of your money by selling milk. And then suddenly, a couple years back, motherfuckers quit drinking milk, aka you made less money. Now the government has come out of left field and said, hey, we're gonna buy all of the milk. What do? You make more fucking milk. And that's exactly what happened. Yeah. So just to be clear, there was already too much milk. Now there's definitely gonna be too much milk. So naturally, all the milk starts flowing in. The government has absolutely no idea what to do with it, so they turn it into cheese, that way it doesn't expire. That part makes sense, but now what do you do with all the cheese? They have no clue, so they just throw it underneath a mountain, ignore it, and hope the problem goes away. But it doesn't go away because every single presidential administration through the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, they all continue to buy up excess milk to prop up the dairy industry, turn it into cheese, and stash it away in these caves. It literally turns into a giant political game of kick the can down the road because nobody wants to be the president that crashes the global economy by not buying enough milk while sitting on top of a mountain of cheese, which, understandable, I don't want to be that guy either. Then, fast forward to 1980, Ronald Reagan, aka the small government guy, gets elected, finds out that the US government is sitting on top of 500 million pounds of cheese and spending $1 million a day to refrigerate and store it, and he looks at this whole issue like a beaver looks at running water. Absolutely fucking not. We can't have it. So his administration goes about figuring out the cheapest way.
Absolutely not.
It took my brain 2 seconds to realize what the thing was there. Like a beaver looks at running water. Absolutely not. Build a dam. We are stopping that water right now. Absolutely fucking. That was perfect, dude. Like, goddamn. Well, how? I'm from the government, and I'm here to help. Give me all your milk. Okay. Way more than I thought we were going to get. What do? Well, we can turn it into blocks of cheese.
Then what?
Put it under a mountain and just sit on it.
God, dude.
The government they're brilliant.
Brilliant.
They're geniuses. Wow. Okay, all right, let's see what Reagan decides to do with the whole thing here.
Refrigerate and store it, and he looks at this whole issue like a beaver looks at running water. Absolutely fucking not. We can't have it. So his administration goes about figuring out the cheapest way to solve this cheese problem. Obviously, we're gonna throw it all in the ocean. However, having at least the foresight to understand that that would cause political backlash, he wanted to see how the public would receive it, so someone from his administration shows up to a White House press conference with a 5-pound block of moldy cheese and is like, hey, we got 500 million pounds of this shit. How would you guys feel if we threw it in the ocean? It'll be fun. We'll save money on cheese. We're gonna find out if blue whales are lactose intolerant. It's gonna be a great science experiment. The public did not go for it. They kind of felt like, hey, I've paid taxes for the last 40 years. You've turned those taxes into cheese. I would at least like the cheese. So then the Reagan administration took the 55-gallon drums of cheese, cut it up into 5-pound blocks, packaged it, and spent the remainder of his administration funneling 300 million pounds of cheese into impoverished and elderly homes. And this is where we get the saying government cheese from.
You're gonna end up
eating a steady diet of government cheese, and living in a van down by the river.
The U.S. government would then continue to give out government cheese until the 1990s when they seemingly ran out, because as of today, all 1.5 billion pounds of underground secret cheese in America is privately owned by corporations like Kraft and Velveeta. And this is the part where I wanted to end the video on a happy note of the government made a mistake, they fixed a mistake over 50 years, happy ending. Hooray. However, it didn't really make sense because something happened in the 1990s where the government was able to stop buying the excess milk. What happened? And that's what—
How many videos have we watched of his so far where he does that? Where he's like, this is the part of the video where I'd like to end it on a positive note and say that the problem was solved, the government came in, they did this thing.
But wait,
and then,
there's more.
And then every time he's like, but unfortunately, this is what, unfortunately it doesn't end that way.
The government's gotta have their grubby little hands.
Goes on to say these things that you're just like, what? Are you serious? Yeah, instead, they made this glass explosive liquid, put it in the engines, and blew them all up because that's the best idea we could have had. It doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
Can you see the camera is running, right? I just want to make sure we're not screwing up this whole reaction, okay? Is it the camera ticking? Okay, I just want to make sure we're not screwing this up because this is important information here, people, okay? We gotta
change your life forever.
Life-changing cheese information, okay? Government cheese, let's go.
Hooray. However, it didn't really make sense because something happened in the 1990s where the government was able to stop buying the excess milk. What happened? And that's when it hit me. It was absolutely the Got Milk ad campaign, the biggest, most iconic ad campaign of all time. I mean, every cafeteria in every school in America had a bunch of posters of famous athletes with milk mustaches saying, "Got milk, drink your milk." I vividly remember commercials as a child telling me that if I didn't drink enough milk, my arms would literally fall off my body.
Well, Mr. Miller told me he never drinks milk. Look at him.
God.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, too, yeah.
Got milk.
Surely this is what inspired an entire generation of Americans to eat and drink more dairy products, right? I mean, yeah, probably, but looking back on it now as an adult, doesn't it seem just a little bit weird that it wasn't a particular company putting on all these ads? Like, if there wasn't one company profiting from selling all this milk, where was all the money coming from? I mean, it almost seems like the government launched a giant psychological operation, ad campaign, just so that they could offload milk so they wouldn't have to keep contributing to their mountain of cheese. Well, I'm going to take this off now because that's legit exactly what happened.
Wow.
In 1995, the U.S. government created a nonprofit organization known as Dairy Management Incorporated, and their entire job was to get the American people to eat and drink more dairy products. Literally a cabal of individuals plotting behind the scenes to get people to eat more cheese. It's the cheesiest conspiracy of all time. And I'm not even kidding. Anything that has ever been sold or marketed that involved way too much cheese on it, this company is behind. Okay, they're the reason that Taco Bell started selling steak quesadillas. They were behind the Got Milk ad campaign. What? In 2002, when Pizza Hut had the Summer of Cheese event where they put way too much cheese on all their pizzas, this is who was behind it. In 2010, when Domino's almost went out of business, they gave Domino's $12 million to stay in business and then gave them a bunch of cheese so that they could put extra cheese on all of their pizzas, and that was their entire proposition for staying in business. Hey, our pizzas have more cheese on them now, so they're good. It is absolutely insane.
Okay,
so I get it.
Hold up.
Mind blown.
I didn't even know that Domino's almost went out of business in 2010. They almost went out of business?
Yeah.
That is not a company that I think was ever on the brink of bankruptcy or going out of business.
In 2010, to be fair, 2010, I remember, because let me see, that would have been right as I was coming out of middle school into high school or thereabouts somewhere. Pizza Hut was the big thing. Whenever we got pizza at school, it was always Pizza Hut pizza.
I guess you're right, yeah.
And now it seems to have flipped where Domino's is like everybody's go-to, and Pizza Hut is just fucking
I guess you're right, yeah. Back
time.
in high school,
yeah,
when I was going to Kelly Walsh.
Dude, their salad bar was so fucking good.
It was fire.
Fire,
and their chicken sandwiches, dude. Let's go with that chicken sandwich, dude. But there was an option when you went to get food. You could pay an extra $1.
Yeah.
And you could get a slice of pizza.
Yeah.
And it was always Pizza Hut pizza.
Always Pizza Hut. Yeah.
They always had the black Pizza Hut hot bags or whatever. Which had pepper.
Pre-2010, man, Pizza Hut was where it was at.
Wow, I never thought about that, but yeah, you never saw Domino's back then. It was all Pizza Hut. because Domino's was on the brink of bankruptcy or going out of business or whatever the case was.
Their pizza sucked. I don't know.
I'm here. Well, apparently they weren't putting enough toppings on it, and everyone was like, "Fuck your pizza! Pizza Hut's got it figured out." You know,
they got all the cheese.
They got the way too much cheese campaign going on. Yeah. What, dude?
The government, dude.
And the government's like, "Here's $12 million
and a fuckload of cheese,
bunch of cheese. Keep your stores open. Get rid of the shit."
That's
like
crazy. Like. And to not only like here's the thing, here's the kicker. They weren't necessarily geared towards adults. It was always geared towards children.
Yep.
Because they know that the adults are conditioned to buy what they're going to buy, what they've always bought. This is the product I always have. I always have my specific brand of ranch dressing.
Oh yeah, sure.
Always buy this cereal.
Yep.
Okay, but when you're a kid, you're always wanting to try the new thing. You see the Got Milk ads everywhere, like. They know that kids are prone to make decisions outside of their normal because they're young.
Well, and it was always this like milk helps you, it helps you get strong bones and it's good for you. It's got good calcium and makes you stronger and helps your development.
Turns out it's all bullshit.
Turns out it didn't really do much.
Oh, the government lied again.
Didn't do much more than anything else was doing for your bones. Like, is there calcium in milk? Yeah, sure. There's also calcium in orange juice and these other stuff
almost
too.
Everything else.
Yeah, it's like there's probably more calcium in the food that you're eating than the milk that you're drinking. But what a wild. You're right.
And it's totally, a confidential.
This is like a
confidential government document.
Domino's Pizza concept test proposal. This is just like hey, here's an idea. Here's $12 million and a shitload of cheese. Don't go out of business, and we'll get rid of some of our cheese. You cool with that? Domino's was probably like, fuck yeah.
I would love to know what's been redacted, because like if you read this, I'm going to bring up the screen cap here.
Concept B. Okay, so I always just start like our lists. I always just start in the middle of things. Like I'm just starting at concept B. Concept B utilizes blank, then blank pizza. Like. Extra cheese than not cheese pizza or something like that. Concept will be tested for some sort of time period, probably 12 months or something like that. Domino's will be supporting the test with blank, as well as operational aspects of the test, probably supporting the test with franchises, something like that.
Staff training,
with new franchises or something like that, or advertising or something like that.
This is the first time that Domino's is specifically testing a concept with blank.
And concept C targets.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're targeting, because we were just talking about kids.
It's interesting. Like it's very like the stuff that isn't there. I mean, God, dude, put on your tinfoil hat, okay?
Concept A utilizes blank, probably like extra cheese, including something for a total of something pizza. Concept will be tested for that time period. Domino's. So they're three different concepts.
Yeah.
But each concept has the same like what do I want to say, like underlying rules or whatever, like regulations. Domino's will be supporting the test using this and this, with training and advertising.
Yeah.
Three different concepts.
That's crazy.
Get rid of the cheese this way, or this way. Whichever one works, that's what we're holding on to.
Yeah.
What?
That's wild.
And that's literally what kept them in business.
Confidential.
Domino's wouldn't exist if it weren't for $12 million and a shitload of cheese from the government. God damn it, Jose. You're right. You're right.
You're never going to order
every
pizza.
Every time I order pizza now, or every time I see a Domino's box at someone's house, I'm going to be like, hey, did you know they wouldn't exist without cheese?
Without the government?
And people are going to be like, well, yeah, there's cheese on pizza. And I'm like, no. Let me blow your mind really quick. The underground cheese saved them, okay?
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
Cheese.
Okay. All right. Now that we got through that,
I went back.
Okay, we'll go.
On them now, so they're good. It is absolutely insane. So I did it. I found the world's cheesiest conspiracy, but then I found leaked internal documents from DMI. And they are the funniest fucking thing I have ever read in my entire life. We go ahead and read one for you now. It's a letter from Pizza Hut to DMI regarding a meeting they recently had, July 6, 1999. Dear Greta, we wanted to express our thanks once again for a wonderful meeting last week. We appreciate your team taking the time to share some very valuable information and creativity during our brainstorming session. Everyone is very excited about the presentation you gave regarding DMI's available resources and cheese industry insights. We look forward to working together to develop many cheese ideas we've discussed. We believe this is going to be a valuable partnership for both Pizza Hut and DMI. Let's sell more pizza and more cheese! ! Thank you again for coming to Dallas. We look forward to talking to you soon about our partnership opportunities. We will call you next week to discuss the next steps. Sincerely, Derek, Lord of the Cheese, and Liskrin, Lady of the Cheese. Even they know that this is a fucking joke. Why is this such a joke? Well, because Dairy Management Incorporated, while it is a non-profit, they don't actually have to raise money for themselves like most non-profits do, because they're also a government checkoff program, which means every dairy farmer in America is legally required, whether they want to or not, to send this company money so that they can advertise on their behalf. And their annual budget is like $140 million a year, with their CEO and top level executives all making right around $1 million per year.
God.
Okay, if you're not picking up what I'm putting down, I'm trying to tell you there is a group of people in America getting paid $1 million to convince Americans that cheese is awesome. Okay, that's like trying to fucking explain to Stevie Wonder what nothing looks like and getting paid $1 million for it. He already fucking knows that, okay? It makes no goddamn sense. Cheese is so fucking good that it is the one thing on earth that if you were allergic to it, we're not going to say you have a cheese allergy. No, you're lactose intolerant. We're not going to say you're allergic because we all know you're going to eat that shit anyways because the consequences are worth it. Am I upset right now? A little bit. Is it because I'm jealous? Uh-huh. It's basically selling ass candles to dogs and getting paid $1 million for it. It is the most ridiculously easy job on the planet, and I'm so mad that it's not mine. Anyways, I guess if you made it this far in the Unhinged TED Talk, in conclusion, the U.S. government banned alcohol in the 1920s. It set forth a ripple effect through time, and now some dude in 2023 has my dream job of making $1 million a year to convince people of some shit they already knew. And the US has 1.5 billion pounds of cheese hidden in an underground cave network. Fucking the more you know, I guess. Thanks for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang. Out. I'm gonna go eat some fucking cheese.
Oh man.
Why? Why do these episodes always do that? Like he always starts out with just like this normal. It's always this normal thing. It's always this normal thing. Starts out like pretty normal.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we all like cheese. Like the government stores stuff in mass quantities. It's not overly surprising that they've got a shitload of cheese. The amount is a little bit overwhelming, like 500 million pounds of cheese. Like that's a number. It's like that Cash for Clunkers. You can't even imagine a parking lot full of 700,000 cars.
Yeah,
it just doesn't. It doesn't compute. 500 million. Even the pictures don't do it justice. That doesn't even. That's not even close to the amount. You know, like they've got so much.
That's just one cave. They have 500.
They have 500 of those caves stocked like that. It doesn't. And then these videos always end up by the end. I'm just sitting here like.
Oh. You know, here's the thing that kills me. The government mind games are what gets me. That's the thing that always gets me. He has one on modern art. If you guys want us to watch that one next, we definitely should. That was another one of those things where the CIA got involved with modern art and did this whole thing to like.
Okay. On modern art. Just like paintings?
Like
the sculptures?
No. Worse. Okay. You know those paintings that like it has just a red line across it, and it's like $13 billion for this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the CIA was involved in that.
I think you've told me about that actually.
Crazy. Okay. The government gets involved in all this wild shit that they just don't need to.
Something about the CIA like sending people to bid on those things and to make these insane bids on them and like make this perceived value on the thing so that other people would be super interested in it. What?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Dude, what a wild job to work for the government in a position like that. Any of those positions.
Yeah.
Where one day your whoever's supervisor, whoever's in charge, your commanding officer comes down and he's like, check this out.
I have a job for you.
This is what we're going to do. So we bought all this milk. We got way too much.
Way too much.
Your job is to turn it all into cheese.
Yeah.
Or find the guys that can do that. Then we're just going to have a bunch of cheese. So your next job is to store it somewhere. Good luck with that. Like, what?
You know,
and you get all this paperwork, and you're just like,
and this poor guy.
This is my life?
This poor guy probably signed up going, you know, I want to get involved in, like, counterintelligence and, like, maybe become a spy.
I want to help the world.
Yeah, I want to help the world. I want to fight bad guys and
You
shit.
can help the world. Here's how.
And they're like, holster that pistol and pick up a butter knife, baby.
You better get ready, dude.
Go.
Like, you're about to save a pizza corporation. You don't even know it yet. What?
Like, fuck me.
That's my job? It's so wild, dude. I need you to get together with this team of representatives that I've got to develop a liquid that turns your engine into glass and explodes the entire, or I guess the liquid turns into glass and explodes your entire engine.
Yeah.
Wait, why? Well, because we're going to destroy a bunch of cars.
The thing that kills me is there's so many better ways to just destroy a car. Like, pull the drain plug on that bitch, take the oil, use it in a waste oil burner, keep somebody's house warm
Keep
for the
houses
winter.
warm. Your guys' shop is heated by waste oil.
Yeah.
Like,
and just start that engine. It'll make it 20, 30 minutes, and it's done.
and then it'll just run itself out.
Yeah.
It's gonna lock itself up because it's got no oil in it. So I mean, the pistons are gonna go bad. It's gonna lock itself up.
Yep.
And then it's done. You don't need to develop something and then
It's always...
you're putting fluid in the car. That's how cars run, is on fluids. Take the fluid out and let it dry itself out, and then it'll just kill itself.
I tell you, the government takes 6 turns to make a left, and it fucking amazes me every time. Like, it
These videos are so good, man. Every time. This week has been fire. It's been such a good week for reactions. If you guys missed any of the episodes this week, you're missing out. This week was awesome through and through. The whole week was incredible.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
This whole week is just an acid
It's
trip. Like, goddamn.
It's like I teleported to Woodstock and I have no idea what's going on around me all of a sudden. Like, what is happening, dude?
Yeah, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, start with Monday, okay?
Just go through the whole week.
Fucking unhinged, okay?
Monday is like,
just carry on.
Monday went off.
Yeah.
What
that was
happened?
Wild.
Then Tuesday,
incredible.
Like, way out of left field.
Yeah.
Then Wednesday was like, what am I watching?
Yeah.
And then the Fat Electrician with just the underground cheese bunkers.
Information.
Underground cheese mountains. Not even bunkers. They're mountains. 500
the government
mountains.
is single-handedly responsible for the steak quesadilla at Taco Bell.
that was something he brushed over. They're responsible for the steak quesadilla at Taco Bell. Like,
huh?
What? That's a government-issued food item. But they were like, you're making these.
Oh,
put a shitload of cheese on them. It says right there, Taco Bell, in the little, like,
I
don't.
I mean, I get it. Okay, you want to save the dairy industry, but here's the thing. It has been proven for thousands of years that a private market that's left alone will balance itself out where it needs to. Okay, if you wonder why inflation's so damn high, like, and this has all been happening since, like, the 1920s, that I would even say as early as 1915, we started to see that dollar just like, well, I say increase. We started to see the prices of things increase and the value of the dollar decrease.
Yeah.
And it's because the private market is not self-regulated because the government's been getting their hands in everything, and now we have 5 billion pounds of cheese, and we don't know
500 billion pounds of cheese.
They're just like throwing shit here and throwing shit there, and give these guys $12 million, and hey, the CIA needs to make another Jackson Pollock and get it over to Russia as fast as possible. Like, what? Why? Like, make sure my roads don't have potholes, defend me from foreign enemies, and that's all you need to do. Okay?
And let me be.
Like, that's
okay?
it.
Let me be,
like,
all right?
Fuck.
Also, leave the weed alone, okay? Just leave the weed alone.
leave everything alone.
Let the people smoke their dope, okay? Like, just let them do it.
God.
It's not hurting anything, all right? It's creating jobs, and it's fixing roads. Just let them do it, okay?
Man.
Wow. The Fat Electrician blows my mind every time he's on the screen. 5 out of 5. We don't even need to talk about that. He's incredible. Nick, you're awesome, man.
Yeah.
We still need to get in touch with you if you come across us about.
Man.
Yeah, we need to get some merch from you, man, for sure.
I need to buy
it's
some.
gotta happen. Yeah.
Get on there.
We need to get some Quack Bang Boom
Quack
shirts.
Bang out.
Quack Bang out.
Yeah.
Great episode.
Well, if you guys enjoyed today's episode as much as we did, be sure to leave a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, click the bell, become part of the notification gang. And if you're lactose intolerant, hey, baby, go ahead and take you some Lactaid and let her eat.
Hey!
Ow!
That was a message straight for Doobie.
Right for Doobie.
Yeah, when we went to see Home Free in Cheyenne.
Yeah.
We ate at Custer's. Is that the place in Cheyenne? And they're known for their milkshakes and shit. He was all, I don't even care, dude. I'm getting a fucking milkshake, and took two of those. He was like, I'm taking 2 of them, and I'm fucking eating this thing. I don't care.
Dude, I've seen him at Old Chicago.
Culver's, that's what it is.
He's like, I really, really fucking want. He's like, I want a pizza and I want fucking nachos. And he'll sit there and pop like 5 of them.
He's like, I'm doing it, dude. I don't care. I'm making it happen tonight.
And then we'll be playing video games like an hour later. He's like, I got to shit.
I got to shit so
he's
bad.
He's gone for like 2 hours, bro. He comes out, you can hear him sweating.
Oh, God. You can feel him sweating through the screen.